of time saying, so what's going on here? And I try to resist the impulse to tell them what I think it's about or where I want it to go, and it's hard. So what's going on there?
Yes. The Tower of Babel, where's that?
And my next question will be, how does that character feel? What are they feeling there? And I'll constantly be asking those two questions. Here's the experience of breaking down a Tempest monologue.
We are such up as dreams are made of.
Yes. Keep going.
I got to start
Yeah,
over.
no, just back up. And just start right there. Just go back one line. And we are.
And we are such stuff that dreams are made of.
And our little life.
I forgot. Okay.
We'll teach you. You're wonderful, and then you flip them up. When?
Think about what that next whole statement is saying too. Yea, all which inherit it shall dissolve. So what's he saying?
To be honest with you, I'm really not for sure. It's like it's gone, but
All this stuff that we see and believe is real. All this that we believe to be reality is
the Tower of Babel, where's that? It's this huge tower. You can't even find it. It's dust. Now, it may have taken a few thousand years, but a few thousand years or an idea, it's really the same thing. It's just a blink of an eye.
That's why it so feels high over there. He's saying everything's too true. Everything. Nothing's permanent.
Okay. I'm having a blast. I'm doing something that I didn't think I had any possibility of doing. Man, I like this play. I can keep going for an hour. There's a lot of things to this play. Even though the play is only a little bitty play, there's a lot of stuff to this play.
That was 10 years ago, and that was Gene, one of our guys. He's actually going to go home in October after 27 years inside. That was his first year. He was a rookie that year, and then went on to be an amazing Paulina and Winter's Tale. And there he is as Shylock, probably the most amazing Shylock I think I've ever seen, as he kind of came into his own. So as we're breaking down that text, it's empowering to say, I don't know. Let's figure it out. And I don't want to come in and claim that I have the answers. And often I'll say, I have no idea what that means. Let's figure out, what do you think it means? And often what they think it means is going to be much better than anything we can look up, or their life experience that they can bring to this, and those connections that they can make is going to be a lot more valuable than me telling them. And I always just try to remember, Matt, ask questions, don't provide answers. Ask questions, ask questions. The work is therapeutic. It's not therapy. So I'll ask questions a lot of times and not ask for the answer, just for them to make the connection. This is a very basic text exercise that we would do to first introduce them. So I'll take something simple, something non-threatening. This is just a little tongue twister, a little story. And we'll break it down. And just to get you guys talking, can we all read through this? Ready? All right. Betty
bought some butter, but she said, this butter is bitter. If I put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. So she bought some better butter, better than the bitter butter, and made her batter better, not bitter.
Very good. I think that's actors in this school. So we'll take this simple story, and it gets them talking, it gets them saying words out loud, and we'll break it down. Who's the main character? What does she want? What does Betty want? She really wants that butter. Betty's a problem solver, so she buys some new butter. And then I'll start to transition, and we'll talk about, well, what's a word that's repeated a lot in here? Better and bitter. So as I get them to own those words, how would you say better? How about a volunteer? How would you say better, like it was something just great? How would you say it?
Better.
That's great. Wonderful. So as that student participates, I'm going to praise them for participating. Now, if you tasted something really bitter, really gross, how would you say like something just like bitter and disgusting?
Bitter.
Very good, very good. So then I would get them actively participating. And then I would maybe talk about how When we repeat something, we might give a different inflection. If I tell somebody, sit down, sit down, sit down, sit down, you know, I'm gonna play with it. I'm gonna use different tactics. So I might have them then each time they say better, it gets even better. And each time they say bitter, it gets even worse. So next thing you know, we're playing with the words and we have them participating. The Shakespearean insults are a great introduction to Shakespeare for any young people. It's non-threatening and it gets them performing the words and getting used to the idea of doing something with your text. When we do the Shakespeare, as I said, I don't show them a movie or anything, so they don't really have any sort of preconception about it other than it's boring, that they just think it's going to be boring. So by kind of sneaking in these Shakespearean insults, it's a great way to get them to do it. And I think we need to have like 2 volunteers to do this. Who would like to give it a shot? It's really easy. A couple pieces of paper. All right, 1, 2, right, come on up. Now.
Right now?
Yeah. We are going to have a little insult competition. Okay? So this is how this works. These are Shakespearean insults, and you start your insult with thou or thou art. And I'm going to pick one word from the first column, one word from the second column, and one word from the third column, and then we're going to send it back and forth. It could be any word. Just think about what you're doing and then with that word. Who wants to start? Our brave souls. Good. And you just give it to her. You're going to start with thou or thou art.
Thou art eggshell.
Very good. So you're going to pick, you're going to build it. You'll pick one word from that,
Oh.
one word from that, and one word from there.
This is me. So do we have to just do from A
Oh, you
first
can
and then
you-
can we mix and?
You can mix and
All right,
match.
all right.
Oh, it's my turn? I was waiting for you to do
Oh,
it.
no. Oh.
Okay. Thou wanton, shrill-gorged snipe.
Very good. I would not take that from her. You got to send that back.
Thou purple, ill-breeding dogfish.
Ooh, good setback.
Thou pernicious, mad-bred miscreant.
Very good.
Thou waggish, shaggy remnant.
Now, when you send it back, see if you can make each one build. So it's 1, 2. The third one is the worst.
Ooh, okay. Thou lewd,
Yeah?
iron-witted,
Uh-huh.
malignancy.
Oh.
Thou distempered, ill-composed malignancy.
Ooh. Good. How about a hand? So this is generally with juveniles in particular how I will first introduce Shakespeare, and this worked with our 18 and 21-year-olds too, is getting them playing, getting them, it's amazing the amount of things that they will get into fights over, physical altercations that are things that we wouldn't even blink at. So getting them to play with these words and let words roll off them, 400-year-old silly sounding words. And next thing you know, they're starting to own the text, and they're starting to do things with the text. So after that, I'll pick out some quotes that I think that they might connect with. Choice of material is very important. I'm working on Julius Caesar, Scenes of Monologues right now with our juvenile ensemble. And I didn't start at the beginning of the play. I started at the Sin of the Poet scene where they beat him up. And they connected with that. I knew they would connect with that, connecting with having experienced that kind of violence and somebody innocent getting hurt. And then we kind of work backwards on how do we get to that violence. So I'm not thinking in a linear fashion, but what will they connect with? So I might pick out some quotes that I think they might connect with. Tempt not a desperate man. Oh, villain, villain, smiling, damned villain, that they'll start to play with. And we've seen changes at the beginning of the residency when I give them one line from Shakespeare, and at the end. By the end of the residency, they're able to look at it and memorize it on the spot. So we're also improving their memory. Then I'll try to sneak in quotes with a little bit more substance, a little bit more critical thinking. always trying to pick something that I think they might connect to. Nor stony tower, nor walls of beaten brass, no airless dungeon, nor strong links of iron can be retentive to the strength of spirit. This is a technique we like to use with monologues, so it's not so daunting. So the next step would be, okay, we're all going to learn a Shakespeare monologue. But we're going to stop at the punctuation. So we're just going to read to the punctuation, sitting in a circle. It's not daunting. One person has O. Next person, pardon me. Thou bleeding piece of earth. Just a quick example. If we go one, can we just count off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10, 11.
12, 13.
Okay, we're going to count from 1 to 13. Number 1 is just going to be as quiet as you can make it. 13 is going to be as loud as you can be. Okay, just in volume. We're just going to count from 1 to 13 really quick, and it's going to get louder. You can't pre-plan how you're going to say it because you have to wait for your partner. Ready? A little bit louder. 4. A little bit louder.
6,
7,
8,
9,
10, 11.
12, 13.
Very good, very good. Now we're going to do just a little bit angry. Now we're going to do anger. So you're just a little bit angry at something, a little bit angry, a little bit. You're just going to be furious when the time gets to you. Okay? Let's give it a shot. So now it's not volume, now it's emotion. I'm also sneaking in them starting to own their emotion.
1,
2,
Yeah.
3, 4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9, 10, 11.
12, 13.
Very good, very good. Now we're just going to do the monologue. Read to the punctuation, just so stop at any punctuation mark, and then, well, yeah.
Oh,
Pardon me.
And then you'll be thou bleeding piece of earth.
thou bleeding piece of art,
That I am meek and gentle with these butchers.
thou art the ruins of the noblest man that ever lived in the tide of times.
Woe to the hand that shed this costly blood.
Over thy wounds now do I prophesy.
Which?
Like thy mouth.
To move their ruby lips. To beg the voice and utterance of my tongue.
A curse shall light upon the limbs of men.
Great, I'm sorry you got left out of that one. You have a big acting part in the last one. So I'll take that, and also particularly those who have reading issues, this is not a very daunting way to do it. So the next thing I would do is say, let's take that exercise with the anger and let's build it. Oh, pardon me, thou bleeding piece of earth, that I am meek and gentle. And it gets us working cohesively and owning the text. The next thing you know, we all know a Shakespeare monologue. Then I'll sneak in some scenes. But these are all shared lines.